Well, I'm kind of surprised the game ended there, to be honest. I gotta tell you, that was a movie style ending right there. But I guess that'll be the Order 1886, a PlayStation 4 exclusive, and I'm gonna tell you guys right now, a damn good one. Uh, I gotta tell you guys, there have been a lot of reviews out there. Polygon, I know, being one of them, that gave this game about a 5.5 out of 10. In no way does this game deserve that score. And I will tell you guys straight up, I am a PlayStation fan, always have been. I've always preferred the PlayStation exclusives. But putting that aside, putting my obvious bias, yes, bias aside as much as I can, I honestly think that this was an excellent game. Putting aside the fact that it was a PlayStation exclusive, I really wish you Xbox folks, and I do own an Xbox One. Yes, I do. I really wish you Xbox folks could play this because this game was awesome. Granted, I will say that as a third-person shooter, it didn't necessarily do anything new in the genre, but you have to remember, does it really need to? I will argue any day of the week that all the little changes make the biggest changes in anything. Because if you get a third-person shooter and you try to make it revolutionary and change the genre, well, you're not changing the genre, you're just evolving it. It's still going to be the same thing no matter what you do. And this game, I feel all the little stuff made it great. Everything from the voice acting, which was fucking phenomenal. The graphics of the game was fucking phenomenal. I think this is the best looking next-gen title we have gotten to date by far. Probably followed by Infamous Second Son. But voice acting, graphics, the story, maybe not. Opinion on story is relative. It just depends on who you talk to. I personally really like the story, combined with the setting, with it being in like this Victorian London style modified history era. It just was awesome to me, and I really liked the setting of this game. I really liked the story. The game played flawlessly. Never once did I experience any frame drop. The game played super smoothly. The game was absolutely gorgeous. The transition from the cutscenes to the gameplay was flawless. This game...
Sir Galahad, the whole of London is looking for you. We mustn't delay. Sir Galahad, can you hear me? Sir Galahad.
Be at ease, Nicola. All is fine.
So you say, my friend. The council has declared martial law throughout the city. There is no telling when the authorities will decide to mount an offensive. Now is not the time for heroics. I would advise we follow Lady Lakshmi's lead and leave the city.
I'll join you shortly. And don't you know, I'm Galahad no more.
I love it when they include subtitles, or not subtitles, a cutscene after a little bit of credits. But damn you, Steve West, you did a great job voicing Sir Galahad. But I have to say, this game was phenomenal. It really was. It was great. And it is the ideal game for just about anybody because it is a complete, technically solid game right out of the box. This game played so smoothly, it was ridiculous. I never felt any frame drop, nothing. The transition from gameplay to cutscenes was seamless. The voice acting, the graphics, the story were all awesome. I really enjoyed this game, and I really hope they make another game in this series. I really hope they do, because the story was just awesome. It really was. I really liked the story. These knights who you had living for centuries. I mean, they were talking about fighting alongside King Arthur and seeing civilizations rise and fall. I mean, that type of storyline to me is just fucking, like, awesome and really just fascinating, and I want to see more. And I really hope that Ready at Dawn makes more of this series. Unfortunately, it's just we may not see that because there are a lot of, unfortunately, reviews, while they don't have an impact overall, the thing they do have control over is helping people decide whether or not they should buy a game. And unfortunately, no matter who you go to, IGN, Polygon, whoever, even Kotaku, and Kotaku is one of my most trusted sources for video games. They're really the only ones I go to anymore, but even them, as far as their reviews go, reviews are not supposed to be opinionated. They are supposed to be an educated look into a video game, and they are supposed to dive into it and help you decide if the game itself is worth purchasing, and to help you and to let you know that what the game tries to do, if it succeeds or not. Reviews don't do that anymore. Reviews are completely a person's opinion, and they're not supposed to be like that. So unfortunately, when people look up a review, it's just a person's opinion, and that is going to turn a lot of people away from a video game, a magnificent one such as this one. I implore you guys to go, if you have a PlayStation 4, go purchase this game. It is awesome. In the third-person genre, it doesn't do anything particularly new. It honestly doesn't. But if you like third-person shooters, and you really care about the setting, the story, voice acting like you should, you will enjoy this game. This game does everything right in a third-person shooter genre. The setting is awesome. The story is awesome. The game looks fantastic. The voice acting is phenomenal. And there's not a lot of enemy types, I will say, but the environments are varied and are awesome. And there's actually a good bit of weaponry in this game. I was actually pretty surprised by that. There was actually quite a few different types of weaponry, several different types of pistols, several different types of like machine guns, and on top of that you had the specialty weapons like the arc gun and the one with a thermite. I mean, those were both really good weapons and awesome. And then you had the grenade launcher type gun. I mean, this game was excellent. Please go do yourself a favor. If you have a PlayStation 4, go get this game. And I would just say in general, if you have the money and you have a particular console, like let's say you do have a PlayStation 4, if you have the money, get the exclusives for the console, support the exclusives, and I will even argue that for the Xbox One as well. If you have an Xbox One and you have the available funds, which I know not everybody does, which is understandable. I myself am not rich. I work at Walmart, and I make a very minimal amount of money on YouTube. But no matter what console you have, support the exclusives for it so we can ensure that we get sequels. Games like that need to be thrown out there. And just to tell you guys, I love the PlayStation 4. The Order 1886 is amazing. Infamous Second Son is amazing, and I'm sure Bloodborne is going to be amazing when that comes out. But on the Xbox One, you have Sunset Overdrive, which is awesome. And you also have D4, which a lot of people have not heard of D4, which saddens me, quite honestly. Go to the Xbox One store, or marketplace, whatever, and look up D4 or Dark Dreams Don't Die, and get that game. It's like $15. It's a digital title. It's supposed to be an episodic type series, which I don't know where the second part of it's at. It's been quite a while. But go get it. It is awesome. It's crazy and ridiculous. You guys gotta play that game. I even did a walkthrough of it here on the channel. If you guys want to go check that out, go do so. Hopefully it'll help you guys just see what type of game it is and go support these games, because we need games like this. Now, the whole widescreen thing, I wish we could do away with that. Unfortunately, it's kind of like movies. Like, all movies used to be in widescreen. It used to be awesome. All movies used to be in full screen. Sorry. All movies used to be in full screen. They covered up your whole screen. You could have a 30-inch TV, and it would cover up your whole TV, and it would be nice. Now all movies have widescreen, and it seems like each year the widescreen is getting bigger and bigger, so you have to get a bigger and bigger TV in order to see the picture clearly. I mean, I have a 32-inch TV and a 37-inch TV side by side, and they are... Well, the 32-inch one is barely fitting the bill, as it is with most widescreen movies now, because the widescreen is just freaking huge. While the movies look gorgeous, the picture's really small. On my 37-inch, it's holding up pretty well so far, but we'll see how that goes. But unfortunately, we saw it with movies, and I'm afraid we may start to see it with video games as well, where we see more and more widescreen stuff, and I hope they don't do that. In this game, it didn't bother me at all, honestly. I hardly ever noticed it, and I think The Evil Within helped with that. The Evil Within had the widescreen thing too, and I think playing that game helped me get used to it quite a bit. And I just overall don't want games to go to widescreen. I really don't. I understand if you have like specialty games, kind of like this one, where they're trying to go for a real cinematic feel to it, because it seems like aesthetics are going to be a huge part of this next gaming generation, which I really, really do love. But unless you have a very cinematic style game, you don't really need the widescreen stuff. So I hope we don't see too many games like that. The widescreen thing is just kind of a... I don't know. How do you guys feel about the widescreen thing, if you guys even made it this far? It's just one of those things I don't know. In this game, it didn't bother me. In The Evil Within, it bothered me for a while, and then I got used to it. But overall, The Order 1886 was fucking phenomenal. I'm gonna play it several times. I can guarantee you guys that. I wanted to support it so much, I got the collector's edition. I really wish I could have got the premium edition, but that was just a little too much money for my blood. But one last thing I did want to talk about with The Order 1886, as we're getting to the special thanks, is the length of the game. The game was quite a bit longer than I thought it would be, to be honest with you. I haven't gone through all of the sessions that I recorded of this game. This is about a 2-hour session. My last one was about a 2-hour session. I think overall this game was about 7 or 8 hours for me, and I didn't necessarily rush through the game either, so 7 or 8 hours, I definitely feel like this game was worth it, and I feel is the perfect length for someone like me who plays single-player games over and over and over again. I feel like that is the perfect length for me, and I feel like that is probably about the same length as Uncharted 3, so I'm not really sure what the issue is exactly. I also did hear that this game did not have a New Game Plus, which kind of upsets me a little bit, but at the same time, you don't really... It's not like Dead Space where you unlock stuff throughout the game. This game, you don't really unlock anything. It's just kind of what you find in the environment you take and you use. So a New Game Plus maybe would not have made much sense in this, unless they added a New Game Plus that added just some random funny things to use throughout the game a second time. Why not? Kind of like The Evil Within did. If you New Game Plus for that, you get like a rocket launcher and some stuff, which is pretty cool. But overall, The Order 1886, phenomenal game, really good. Do not let the reviews sway you from this. And I did a walkthrough of this game. Obviously, you guys watched it. Obviously, let yourselves decide. You guys saw the full game. You guys decide what you guys think. Don't let a review on IGN, Polygon, Kotaku make you sway your decision. Considering they don't show you any gameplay, it's just a wall of text. Let the footage tell you what the game is. Now, obviously, there is some things that footage can't show you exactly, like how smooth the game is. The controls, all that. And I can personally tell you guys, the controls were, as far as the controls go, they were phenomenally smooth. This is probably the smoothest third-person shooter I've played, as far as how the controls did not feel floaty or too slow or stiff or anything. The game controlled perfectly. You could tell so much time went into how the mechanics of the game and how smoothly it played. It was super smooth. And then on the technical side, I mean, the game ran super smoothly. I never came across absolutely any frame droppage. I think at some parts there was maybe some texture pop-ins here and there, but definitely not too bad. I think that may have been like once or twice at the beginning of the game, but overall, this game was made so well. The people at Ready at Dawn are some talented motherfuckers, and they made a game that needs to be played by everyone who has a PS4. This game was awesome, and I'm really excited to see, as a person who hasn't played much of the Souls series, like Demon Souls, Dark Souls, and Dark Souls 2, I'm definitely excited to see what From Software does with Bloodborne. I'm really excited to check that out too. Looks like a Dark Souls type game, but with a gothic Victorian London type feel to it, which I'm super excited to play that. I like the setting in that game, just like I like the setting in this game. These are some pretty long credits are just getting longer and longer. The last few games, though, like Dying Light, have allowed me to like fast forward through the credits, not skip them entirely, but oh, hey, I skipped it. I skipped the credits. I didn't mean to really do that, but anyway, I didn't think there was anything else after that, after those ending credits. Anyway, but excellent game. Do yourselves a favor. Go play it. It really is good. You guys saw the footage. Ultimately, it is your decision. You guys saw the footage. You guys saw the game. Decide for yourselves. I really enjoyed this game, and definitely, in my opinion, the best that has come out of 2015 so far. So thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the amazing love and support you've left on this series. And in 2015, I cannot thank you all enough. You all are amazing. Thank you all for the viewership and the love and support. I love you all, and I will see you all next time. I am out.